I just read an article in Morgan Stanley or by Morgan Stanley about the stock market, and it's got me a little bit nervous. So I'm going to talk to you about the stock market and why you shouldn't be surprised if September and October become ugly months for the stock market. So get comfortable, buckle up your seatbelt. We're going to get started on the Black Financial Channel right now. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Black Financial Channel. That's theblackfinancialchannel.com. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. I'm your friendly neighborhood finance professor. On the Black Financial Channel, we talk about black wealth and black economics. We are obsessed with black wealth. We are obsessed with closing the wealth gap. We are obsessed with putting our children in a better position than we were. And we have a condition, though. The condition is not that you have to be black. We have plenty of non-black people that come here. We don't hate anybody. But the condition is that you must be B1. B1 means we're black first. Black first means that we solve our own problems before we go save the world. Black first also means that we put our own community at the top of our priority list, and we understand we must be one in order to be successful. B1 means finding ways to get along with other black people so that you can build businesses together. Find ways to get along with other black people so you can build families together. Find ways to get along with black people so you can have peace and prosperity as opposed to devastating devastation, fighting, destruction, chaos. We don't do that. That's not what we do here. We're trying to build, we're trying to grow, and that's what it is. All right, so do me a favor, hit the thumbs up, share, subscribe button. And Arkham is saying, go to YouTube and search for baby videos. Scroll down and tell me what you see. I did that today. I did that. My friend Maurice sent me that note, and he said, go to YouTube, search for baby videos, scroll down and see what you find. And guess what I found? Anybody know what I found? I found a butt naked picture of Lil Nas X because his video is called Industry Baby. Go look it up. Go try it. You don't believe me? Go try it. Go search for baby videos on YouTube. You got your little toddler. You're looking for something for your little 1-year-old to watch, on YouTube. And you go in there, and I kid you not. This is a little fun little side note. We're going to talk about the stock market in a minute, but let's talk about the other market, the slave market. The slavery market is as big as the stock market. The slavery market is pretty big right now, but I kid you not. If you go to YouTube and you search for baby videos, first video that comes up is 5 little babies. It's cute little puppet looking babies dancing. Looks like something's great for a 3-year-old. Excellent. Okay. Next one is back to school song and more nursery rhymes. If I scroll down now, now earlier it was number 3 on the list. Now it's dropped down the charts of baby videos. It's now about number 8 on the list. I see Lil Nas X, and the song is called Industry Baby. And in this image, there's a bunch of naked dudes twerking in prison. This is what YouTube is going to show your little 2-year-old if you go to YouTube and search for baby videos. So if you want to know if I think that there's an agenda, there is. If you want to know if I think Hollywood is a weird, sick place that's promoting ideas that are harmful to the rest of the world, I believe that there is something going on. Also, all this agenda, all of this relates to what? It relates to the topic we're discussing today. It all comes down to money. It all comes down to the fact that because they have resources, they are able to build industry. And because they build this industry and control media, they are able to promote the ideas that their community cares about over the ideas that your community cares about. So if you want to know why we're here trying to build wealth, if you want to know why we talk about black economics every single day and twice on Sundays, if you want to know why black wealth has been the thing I've been talking to you guys about every single day for the last 20 years, it's not so you can go buy a Lamborghini. It's not so you can go and get you a new Gucci belt. It's not so you can have all the money and get all the women from having all the money. I don't care about that. It's so you can be free. It's so that our community can rise up. It's so that we can have real black power instead of this fake power that comes with a bunch of broke people showing up thinking that because we voted in the last election, somehow our agenda is going to move forward. The black agenda will not move forward until black wealth moves forward. Black wealth must be the first stage of the black agenda. So that's what it is. So I did see the video, I did see the image, and I did follow up on this. And I think it's important to talk about this because that's what it means when you're talking about building wealth. Really, you're talking about a power play, one that they're not anticipating. Now, let's keep going. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, share, subscribe button if you haven't done it yet. Hello, D. Hayes and Tyrone and Omari. So let me tell you this. Morgan Stanley is warning that the stock market could have a really ugly September and October, and I don't disagree with their assessment, which is why I want to share this with you today. In CNBC, there's an article where they said Morgan Stanley slashed its ratings on U.S. equities, anticipating a rocky road into October as the Federal Reserve prepares to dial back easy monetary policy. Quote, we see a bumpy September through October as the final stages of a mid-cycle transition play out. Morgan Stanley chief cross-asset strategist Andrew Sheets said in a note, the next 2 months carry an outsized risk to growth, policy, and the legislative agenda. We lower U.S. equities to UW underweight and prefer stocks in Europe and Japan. So what they're basically saying is that they believe that they need to focus their money, move their money to the place where it's most efficient, where the capital is going to be put to its most efficient use, which is a fundamental rule of financial theory. And they're going to put their money in Europe and Japan. They're not looking to just put their money in the U.S. And now, if you want to know why they expect this bumpy road to occur, it's not just because the Fed has been propping up the market. You have a, literally, how women go down to like Colombia and stuff or Brazil and they get like fake booties. Like, or the doctors will come from Brazil to like inject strippers with fake booties, but it's not real. But maybe some of you guys enjoy looking at the fake. I personally like the real stuff. My woman's 100% real, but I get it, right? Right. Well, the same thing is true. You've been working with the stock market that's kind of like a big fake booty. It's a bubble. It's a bubble, just like the round Kim Kardashian. It's a round bubble booty of a stock market that has been propped up and injected with a lot of fake money. And what this means is that, this fake money is kind of real because you can use that money to actually buy real stuff. But it's also a problem because you are going to have some issues with inflation. Many people think that that's going to occur. And things that are fake eventually they get exposed for what they are. So it doesn't mean that the market is a complete scam. It doesn't mean that the whole world's going to come to an end. It just means that you might want to consider this as you lay out your asset allocation strategy. Some people are investing in things like gold and crypto as a hedge against some of what's going on. Some people invest in real assets. They like to buy homes and stuff. I'm about to buy another house in Atlanta because we're going into the movie business. I'm working with some folks down in Atlanta. We're literally going to be making movies and doing auditions and all that stuff. And I want my daughter in the movie industry. So I'm buying some real estate, right? And that's to add to the portfolio, right? So you want to spread your money out because there is a concern that the Fed has been propping up this market. Now, with that said, the broad market, the broad equity benchmark has more than doubled since its pandemic low in March 2020, marking the fastest bull market doubling off a bottom since World War II. So the benefit of the fake money going into the market is that it has led to the fastest rise in the stock market in the last 60 years. The S&P strong run has come even as the COVID-19 Delta variant has raised concerns about the path for an economic recovery. Underpinning Morgan Stanley's bearish view is the Fed's potential tapering of monetary stimulus in the face of rising inflation. So they're saying that the Fed is going to taper. We've been talking about that. The risk on the policy front also coincides with the stock market's poor seasonality in September. So the stock market historically has a bad September. So you're taking the fact that the market has historically had a tough September, and then also you're adding the fact that you're now sort of in these unusual times right now where you've kind of got this fake booty market that's been kind of pumped up by the Fed that's eventually going to deflate itself. It's eventually going to come to an end. Now, somebody, real billionaire boy says, man, the Chinese own the American movie industry now. They probably do. They're very smart. The Chinese are long-term thinkers, which is why they're going to win. They're going to defeat the United States over the next 100 years. If you got kids or grandkids, tell your kids and grandkids to learn Chinese because they're going to be running everything economically. They don't declare war physically. They won't show up with ships on your shores and blow you up. They're going to just take all your money and take all your assets, take all your property and make you a slave. So just make sure you're ready for that because that's what's going to happen. And China was also in the news, actually, in fact, because Alibaba took a big body slam today. I told you guys about Chinese stocks. About 2-3 weeks ago, I was warning you extensively about Chinese stocks. There was a huge debate going on between George Soros, one billionaire, and another really smart billionaire named Ray Dalio over whether or not they should invest in China. Kathy Wood, another investor that I respect, was debating this, and she, I think, was kind of pro-China, but kind of not. And so the whole debate was whether or not China was a safe place to put your money. I went in the direction of the Soroses. I think Soros was the one who said, this is crap. Like, don't put your money in China because you've got a lot of risk that the government is going to come in and nationalize industries. They are doing a little too much. Remember that term cock blocking? They're kind of doing the financial version of that. They're coming in and they're just messing things up. Well, guess what? It happened again today. Alibaba, one of the biggest companies in the world, took a huge hit because the Chinese came in and basically said, we're going to break up Alipay, which is one of the biggest revenue drivers in all of China. And they pretty much just came in and said, we're going to do it because we can. We're trying to show you who's boss. You know, they're pulling a power play, no different from when white folks put a black man in a dress and they're like, we're going to put this guy in a dress to butt break him publicly so that you know who's in charge and you know that we're the boss. Well, the Chinese do that to their companies. They want their tech billionaires to be butt broken. So basically, as the tech billionaires are getting powerful, as the tech billionaires are getting all the money, as the tech billionaires are able to control data, as the tech billionaires are able to control media, they're stepping in and saying, no, this is not going to happen. We are going to butt break you in public to make sure people know who's in charge. They have done this before. They have done this with the most powerful actress in China. One time they just kidnapped her and took her away for 6 months and nobody knew where she was. And then she popped up out of nowhere and was making a big, long Facebook apology explaining why she stole why she had to pay $100 million fine for alleged tax evasion, right? So the Chinese are into the butt breaking thing. They kind of end up messing up everything when they do that. So I'm not a big fan of investing in China. I ain't touching nothing in China for a while. I have sold all my Chinese investments, many of them at a loss. I'm walking away. I'm going to go put my money somewhere else. So anyway, do me a favor. Hit the thumbs up button. Please hit the thumbs up, share, subscribe button if you haven't done it yet. And also, if you did not know, the All Black National Convention is at the end of October. We have all of our sessions coming together now. We've got sessions on everything from relationships to politics to economics to getting off the corporate plantation to real estate to whether or not you should get the shot. Health experts are going to be there. Dr. Christina Parks, I believe she's going to come. We just reached out. I think she's going to have. So we're going to have a lot of great, smart Black people there that you can meet, that you can connect with, that you can learn from. This is our space, our place, our time, our thing. So check it out, allblacknationalconvention.com. Show up, bring yourself, bring your wife and kids, bring your baby mama, baby daddy, bring your cousin them, bring your church group, bring your investment club. Make it a family affair because that's what we want it to be. So anyway, let's move on. So in this article, they also said that since March, cyclical assets have struggled as economic rate of change peaked and Delta cases surged. At the same time, inflation and inflation expectations have stayed elevated, leading to more tension with low yields and exceptionally easy monetary policy. Fed Chairman Jerome Powell has indicated that the central bank is likely to begin withdrawing some of its easy money policies before year end, though he still sees rate hikes off into the future. Quote, these forces are now converging on a period that has historically poor seasonality, a heavy supply calendar, and an unusually heavy event calendar, he added. The bank maintained its year-end target for the S&P at 4,000, which represents a 12% decline from Friday's close of 45.35. So Morgan Stanley, one of the most respected banks in America, is now saying that they believe that between now and the end of the year, your stocks are going to suffer a little bit of a loss. Okay, that's just what it is. I've been able to have the wonderful fortune of giving you damn near nothing but good news for the last year and a half with a little bad news sprinkled in. Now, for a time, I may end up giving you a lot of bad news with some good news sprinkled in. There is a bull market out there. There's always a bull market out there. There's always buying opportunities out there, and I'll keep looking for those for you. But sometimes you run into situations where making money isn't like shooting fish in a barrel. It was easy during the pandemic. Now you got to be a little more strategic. Now it's going to be a little bit tougher. So anyway, I'm going to get out of here, guys. Hit the thumbs up, share, subscribe button. And I want to remind you guys that the Black Stock Market Program meets every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern. If you have a specific question for me, if you want me to look something up for you and find out about a certain stock or whatever, just feel free to leave your questions for me. Also, I'm going to list my stocks that I'm buying this week in the blackstockmarketprogram.com. You can just go log in, go take a look. And then also tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern, I'm going to be here and I'm going to answer all your questions. The questions that get submitted to me are the ones I'm going to answer first. So feel free to jump into the program, log in at the blackstockmarketprogram.com. I'll answer as many questions as I can. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Please have a wonderful day. Hit the thumbs up button on your way out. If you could, I'd really appreciate that. God bless you. I hope you make $1 trillion and I love you. Talk to you later. Peace.